Alright, so in today's video, I'm going to replace that ceiling fan with this 44-inch LED Clarkson II. It was a fun one. So actually I took off already some of the blades already from the fan, and as you notice, I have turned off the fan. So first I'm going to kind of show you how to take this off. So there's two screws that are usually holding that plate together. You obviously want to take those off. I don't know the brand of this fan that was, but most fans are pretty similar in how to remove them. So you're going to remove that. That's what it'll look like off. Now, one thing you want to do is obviously make sure the power is off to the light. I'm actually going to show you right here. I'm actually turning off the breaker, which does shut off the power for the entire unit. Rather be safe than sorry. Here's everything kind of taken off. So obviously you see the white wire there, that's the neutral. The black wire is going to be your hot wire. When it's there, the power's off, obviously you can kind of mess with the wires. Again, I'm also telling you, I'm not a licensed electrician, so I'm definitely not giving advice, but for the most part, you'll be able to see how the wires are labeled here. It's also important to note too that your wires may not be color coded. This is older home, so sometimes the wires are the same colors coming from the house, but either way, here's the box open. So it just comes with a lot of different accessories and different things like that. And I'm just kind of trying to show you, just so you have a general idea of what comes with the ceiling fan when you open up the box. But it's fairly easy to put together. Pretty small box as well, so it's easy to kind of come with. And it actually comes with 3 light bulbs, which is really cool. I know they're cheap, but hey, in today's society, any little bit helps. So again, just kind of showing you everything that it comes with. And once I start to install it, I'll kind of go through everything. But I just wanted you to see what it all comes with, in case you had any questions about that. So they actually built, you can just obviously scan that QR code, and it actually has step-by-step instructions. But like me, I'm a visual person, so I pretty much got everything off. This is the kind of the bracket from the old one, so I took that bracket off. So you can see here your screws. That's where you're going to mount your bracket at. I always keep the same screws. So these are actually where the screws from the previous ceiling fan, and also too, I actually had to use those washers myself. They didn't come with washers, and if I didn't have those washers, well, it wouldn't look the same. So I'm just pointing out that that's where you're going to hang a portion of your ceiling fan. So but yeah, I put the bracket up, installed the screws, and this is going to go on. So that little hanging hook, you're going to actually hang that on there just like that. It's important to note that hang it particularly that way. There's screws that line up perfect to that, but as you can see, I labeled, or I wired everything, obviously the neutral to neutral, hot to hot, green to green. But it's pretty cool because it's for the most part just pretty self-explanatory. But again, if you notice, sometimes in older homes the wires aren't all color coded, so make sure you just take a picture, or just remember, okay, the last one, this was black, this was neutral, this was whatnot. So your black and your blue are actually going to go together with your hot, and your white's going to go with your neutral. And then obviously I put some electrical tape on it. What I'm showing you too is you just want to unloosen these screws here, unloosen them to a little bit, so you see you're going to go through the hole, and then you're just going to turn it to make sure that it stays properly where it should be. So if you notice, I turned it a little bit, I put it through this hole, and then I turned it. And then you can kind of tighten your screw there. So there's actually one screw, I'm not sure if I'm going to show it, but you actually have to take that screw completely out. Yeah, that's the screw. So if you notice there's no hole there, I had to take that screw completely out. So I was just put it in a safe place. And then, yeah, I just tightened that up. And I, for the most part, mounted the, bracket, of the, of the fan. So here is the outside cylinder plate. This is more decorative, but as I'm showing you that same thing, right? You're going to put the screws in, and then you're just going to turn it. So it's pretty, for the most part, it's pretty easy to put that in. You may have to unloosen them a little bit, but like I said, you just put it up there and then you just turn it. So it will fit in there snug. So obviously it makes it for a good look. So right now I'm going to put on the screws. So there's 2 sets of screws that come in. Make sure you're putting the screws that kind of already have the washers on them. Those are actually going to go on the ceiling fan. And they have these other like small washers, like paper washers, but you can use either side. Obviously that's more preference. I don't think it matters. There's no difference, but light or dark. But yeah, so you're just gonna fit the bracket, in, and then you're just gonna screw the screw in there. I always like to hand tighten them first, get all 3 in, and then just come back and tighten them up after. And here's what it looks like after. I have the brackets on there, just like that, and they're gonna go up on the ceiling fan. There's that black portion there where you're gonna put the put the ceiling fan. I'm showing you that because they gave me 1 extra. Don't freak out. But here's what it looks like with them installed. Again, fairly simple. Use your own strategy on how you want to put those on there. But here's an option too, so you can actually kind of leave it like that. Obviously you have no light, but the ceiling fan will still work just without a light. But if you do want to end up putting the light on, here's on the sides, you just want to unloosen those 2 screws, and what will happen is the electrical, for that will come down. I'll show you, and it's really easy to actually install. So you have your black, obviously is going to go with your blue, and then your white is going to go with your white. So I'll show you your neutral and your hot. It's just going to go there, and then what you're going to do is you're going to put those 2 screws that came off the bracket there. They're actually going to go back onto the sides. So and here are your lights. I should say lights. These are kind of your light covers. So here are the screws. You want to unloosen those screws, and then you're going to tighten them up to make sure that your light covers don't fall off. Apologize. It's the top of the fan. But yeah. So I installed the lights, and as you see here, you actually have your light pull chain. You also have your fan pull chain. So I'm going to turn the power back on. Keep those fingers crossed that you did everything right. Turn it on, and boom, voila. As you see, the fan was actually off, so I'm going to press the button or pull the chain, and look, we got light. So overall, pretty easy install. Hopefully this video helped you out a lot. This is an amazing fan. I try to install these fans a lot in my property. So, but thank you guys for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe for more videos.